What's up, everybody? Today we're going to be doing more teardown on the van and getting into the process of doing some frame stiffeners. Last video you guys saw, I took the engine out and now I have cleaned up most of the excess wiring and all the like AC box, heater box, all that stuff. The only thing that's left in here is the front suspension, which just unbolts with a couple of bolts here, and the brake system. Brake system is the only thing that's left. So today I'm going to be going through and taking this front suspension out, and then I'm going to start the process of doing frame stiffeners. I went out and bought some 3/16 plate, and I'm going to make some cardboard templates and start the process of plating the frame. Shouldn't be too bad. I got a plasma cutter, so that won't be hard to cut out the stuff, but making the patterns and making them fit the right way is going to be the difficult part. This vehicle has a lot of this crumple zone in here, so that's going to be interesting to lay plate on. Back here there's a lot of straight frame sections, but there's also more little crumple zone ridges. Underneath the van I got all the little brackets taken off. It's got plenty of room to put some drivetrain under here, and all my 4-link bars. I'll have to go through and cut all the rear suspension stuff off. I do have these big, I guess you would call them body mounts, even though the body's mounted to the frame. We're gonna have some rock sliders. We're gonna cut out part of this body here and put some like 2x6 or 2x4 rectangular tubing in here. So I don't think I will need these big supports here, but I don't know if I cut them out, if it's going to sag or anything in the meantime. I think it would be fine, but it's hard to tell. First thing we're gonna do is take out this front suspension. If you guys don't have one of these tools here, this is a lifesaver. Basically like a cheater bar for your wrench. Just hooks onto your wrench, then you can get some serious leverage. You can even put your like 1/2-inch drive ratchet in there and get more leverage. The beauty of living in Arizona, I didn't spray any lube on these or anything, and they just come right out. There was a little bit of crust in there, but nothing too bad. This is my sister's dog, Penny. She's a cute little golden retriever, and she's Mallow's best friend. She's over here visiting for the day because she likes to get in trouble. Well, I weighed the front of the van here without the front suspension. We're at 741 pounds. That means we lost 220 pounds with all that front suspension. So I think we're sitting in a good spot. That's pretty good lightweight. Now we're gonna start adding frame stiffeners and 4-links and the 700-pound front axle. So it's gonna add a lot of weight, but I think in the end we're still gonna be pretty good on our overall weight. Alrighty, so I got both sides prepped out. We got all of our primer on here. It's all pretty dry. So I'm gonna start the process of making a template. I'm just kind of making this up as I go along. One tip I have is buy yourself a really nice pair of scissors. It honestly makes a huge difference. A nice pair of scissors that you only use for cutting stuff like this. Well, this morning I came out here and I scribed a line into this 3/16 plate here, and I rubbed some chalk on it. I've got this cheap little Amazon plasma cutter that I bought 5-6 years ago. Works just fine. Here we go, we got our fit up. It's pretty dang nice. Got a couple of little gaps up here and up here. This is the second time test fitting it. The first time this edge right here was a little close, so I trimmed that. I had some big like 1/2 inch gaps up in through here. So now that I trimmed that, the bottom side's pretty good. Right there's a little gappy, but she'll do just fine. So now to do the same thing to the other side. I went ahead and cut out 4 of these frame stiffening plates. So I got her all cut out. I got some holes drilled in it and some slots. Cut out 4 so I could have 2 for the outsides and 2 for the insides. Luckily on this van here, all 4 of those are exactly the same. So even down to where the ripples are and the little crumple zone pieces, it all matches up. So I took and painted all this with the weld through primer, and then I painted the inside of this with that weld through primer as well. So I'm gonna try to get this fitted up in here and take a look at it. See, I put these holes here so I can, when I clamp this down, I can get in here and plug weld this. And then on this other side, I put these slots, and that's where the little crumple zone ridges are. So I should be able to weld right to the high spots of those crumple zones, and up in the front, it'll just weld kind of to this bumper area. I got both sides done, driver and passenger. Next thing up, I'm gonna work on these inside frame rails. What we got here is our front frame stiffeners. They're all welded in. You got the inners welded in, outers. I got this one all ground up so you can kind of see how it's gonna look. A quick PSA here. When you're welding overhead and you're laying on your side, put an earplug in, because you get a hot ember down in your ear canal. It really, really hurts. Not fun. Do not recommend. Yeah, so luckily my eardrum's fine. But yeah, don't do that. That's not good. The next video coming out will be probably some mid-frame stiffeners. I got some ones I want to do there, and then we will start mocking up the front axle. I want to get the front axle under here and just tacked into place with some like brace pieces at the final ride height. And then once I get that, I will do the same thing to the back, and from there I will mock up engine, transmission, and transfer case. If you guys are enjoying this, please subscribe to the channel so that you can follow along. I really appreciate all the views that I've been getting and the love for the old Aerostar. She's been super fun. I really dig it, and it seems like a lot of you guys do too. If you like this stuff, give me a like and comment down below if you got any suggestions or questions or whatever.